Have you ever felt completely broken? Like you failed so badly that you're useless? I want to tell you a story that changed my life. A story about my grandfather and his old broken clock. In my grandpa's house, there was this ancient-looking clock hanging on the wall. It was beautiful, made of dark wood with an elegant glass face, but it had one big problem. It didn't work. Its hands were frozen, stuck at 6 o'clock for as long as I could remember. One day, I finally asked him, "Grandpa, why do you keep this broken clock? It can't even tell time." He just smiled, a little twinkle in his eye, and said, "Ah, but that's where you're wrong. Look closer." I squinted at it again. The hands were definitely not moving. "It's stuck at 6, I told him. He nodded. "Exactly. And because of that, this clock is perfectly right 2 times every single day. Even when it's broken, it still manages to show the correct time twice." I was just a kid, and honestly I didn't get it at first. It sounded like a riddle, but that simple idea, that even a broken clock is right twice a day, burrowed into my mind and stayed there for years. It became my secret mantra. Whenever I felt like a total failure, I'd remember that clock. In school, when I'd bomb a test, I'd think, "Okay, this is a broken moment, but I'll be right again." When I messed up a project at my first job, that clock was there in my head, reminding me that this wasn't the end. The real test of this lesson, though, came a few years ago. I lost my job. It wasn't a slow fizzle, it was a sudden, gut-wrenching layoff. I felt like the floor had been pulled out from under me. All I could think was, "I'm not good enough. I've failed. What if I never find another job?" The days blurred into a fog of self-doubt and despair. I felt utterly broken, just like that old clock on the wall. And then, in the middle of all that darkness, my grandfather's words echoed back to me. "Even a broken clock is right twice a day." It hit me like a lightning bolt. Maybe this moment of unemployment, of feeling lost and useless, was just my 6 o'clock. It wasn't my final state. It was a pause. Maybe I wasn't permanently broken. Maybe something good was still on its way. That thought was a tiny spark, but it was enough. I decided to stop seeing myself as a failure and start seeing myself as someone who was just paused. So I got to work. I took online courses to learn new skills. I polished my resume until it shone. I sent out applications every single day, even when I got no replies. I kept going, putting one foot in front of the other, even when I couldn't see the path ahead. After 2 long months, I got a call, then an interview, and then a job offer. It was for a position that was even better than the one I had lost. More responsibility, better pay, and a team that I instantly clicked with. That's when I truly, deeply understood the wisdom in my grandfather's little lesson. Life doesn't stop just because you hit a wall. We just have to keep moving, even if it's slow, even if we feel stuck. Life might pause, like that clock, but time keeps marching forward, bringing new opportunities with it. We all have those moments, don't we? Times when we feel stuck, broken, or completely lost. Maybe you're in one right now, but being broken doesn't mean you're finished. It just means you need a moment to reset, to heal, and to find your way back to your own rhythm. Failing today doesn't define your tomorrow. So if you're feeling down, I want you to remember that broken clock. You will be right again. If someone tells you you're too slow, too late, or not enough, just smile to yourself and keep moving at your own pace. Because even when you stop, the world gives you another chance, another sunrise, another opportunity to start again. I still visit my grandfather's house, and that clock is still there. The glass is a little more cracked now, the hands still frozen in time, but it hangs proudly on the wall. It's no longer just an object to me. It's a symbol of patience, a reminder that time waits for us to begin again. Whenever I feel lost or afraid, I whisper to myself, "It's okay to be broken. Even broken things can still be right." So if you're feeling that way today, I hope you'll remember this story. Be kind to yourself. You're not finished, you're just paused. Your time to be right is coming. Thank you so much for listening. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more stories about finding strength in unexpected places. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.